depressed. That's what's been going on social media.
I know, right?
Your life is a mess.
I know.
How do you know that?
I know because I read the comments. I read the comments, but the truth is, you can't. I cannot be described by people's comments. If someone finds me frustrated, it's because I perceive or look depressed or frustrated to them. But the truth is, I live my life, and those that know me, they'll tell you that I've been very consistent in the way I'm talking. People talk because they're standing on some kind of, value or maybe fame or money. People begin to talk because they're rich. You never hear them speak until when they're rich. But I've been talking like this all my life. Even when I had nothing, I'd still speak my mind. So it's strange that today someone thinks, oh, this guy is frustrated, or this guy is not happening. That's the reason why, he wants to bash other people. And I'm like, well, I'm just speaking up my mind. For all I know, when I speak my mind, it doesn't change anything. Even if you spoke negative about me, or you said I was frustrated or jealousy or something.
What does it mean when you hear someone say this is an international artist?
For me,
For you,
I'll speak for myself as an artist, okay? I'm one of those artists that aspire to be international. And I think I've done quite a lot in the past years to, pursue the international status. However, I call myself, I think I'll describe myself as a successful, individual that, tried their best to attain the international standards.
with success, getting pictures with Davido, posting pictures about other foreign artists. Like I've been seeing you of late posting or sharing some post about other artists from other countries.
Yeah, I mean, I have had opportunities to get pictures, have interactions with these international artists. However, I wouldn't call that a stride. Posting pictures with a popular person does not make you an international artist. As for me, being international is being recognized in foreign countries, and if you are to perform, you need to have the majority of whatever region that is. I'll give you examples of what I perceive to be international. The levels I would have loved to attain. I would talk of Davido, Banner Boy, Wizkid. I think the Nigerians have done it for me, and I feel like that's the direction that I was looking to being or to becoming.
What went wrong?
I'll tell you the truth that being an artist is one thing, but there's a lot of components that make an artist to become what they're supposed to be. I've done my part. I think I've been a great artist, but branding on the other side and the push to making someone recognized out there requires a lot of muscle, which is money. Okay, and I'll tell you that. Think of any artist right on top of your mind that is an international artist, and I'll tell you that somebody big pumped in a lot of money for them to become who they are. So talent alone is not sufficient enough to make you an international artist.
Do we have an international artist in Zambia
We have.
right now
Yes, we do.
from the young generation?
From the young generation, yes, we do.
Which artist can you pinpoint?
I would speak of a lot of young artists that I perceive to be international, but they just don't have the push. I'll speak of Abel Chungu. I feel he's very international in the way that he's just built as an artist, but he doesn't have the muscle to push him out there. I'll speak of Natasha Chansa. I think she has it all. You understand? She has what it takes to be an international artist. And of course, speaking of the most controversial one, Sampa the Great. You know what I mean? Most people would say, I don't know, Sampa the Great is not from here. She didn't grow up here. You know what I mean? I don't know who should be an international artist. For me, I'll say Zambian music is music done by a Zambian, regardless of where you are coming from. You understand? You still represent Zambia. So if she's Zambian by birth, by being indigenous Zambian, and she's doing big things out there, I think for me that counts.
For a long time now, I've been complaining about Zambian music, people, and also putting in a slogan saying Zambia Kuchalo.
Yeah.
And for some reason, for some people are saying it's not working. We're not getting the recognition that we're supposed to get.
I kind of feel like we support the wrong things. We support and put a lot of energy on wrong arts, or rather art disciplines. And I'm saying this because there's some kind of art that is limited to only being local. And there's nothing wrong with being a local champion. There's nothing wrong. As long as you're making your strides and making the money, you're a local artist. That's what you're designed for. And there are people that are just international. They are not even appealing to the locals. They're just international. You understand? So you get such kind of people, you pump in the money that is required, you boost them up. Believe it or not, you'll be surprised the Grammy will be coming to Zambia in no time. But you see what the problem is? The problem is we want to see the local champions, grow them outside their own box and make them international artists. It doesn't work like that. I'll tell you one thing. For Nigerians, for us to recognize Nigerian music right now, what happened then is what is going to happen to Zambia in the near future. The likes of Two-Face, P-Square, these artists are those kind of artists who they used to call urban town music. This is not Nigerian music, this is town music. You understand? Mongati jati nyimbo za mayo. You understand what I'm saying? Where people don't really put value. But guess what? That's the music that outside world was impressing. So when those guys started going and out to perform, it started waking up the Nigerians like, hey guys, what's going on? You know what I mean? Boom, the P-Square goes, there's Chungu, Netosi, Two-Face. Everybody's just like exploding outside, not really inside. When they made the shows in Nigeria, the P-Squares, they would not even fill up a small auditorium, or even a small hall. But guess what? They were filling up stadiums outside. And that's what happens. I believe that a true prophet is really denied in their own country. That's not even something that I would say I would miss on that statement. The people that we look down upon are the people that can take us out there.
Which people do you feel like the Zambians are looking down upon, that you feel like they should pay attention to more?
Zambia has killed a lot. I'll be honest with you. Zambia has killed a lot of potential artists, or rather musicians, that I felt could have taken Zambia to the world. They could have taken the flag to the world. The likes of I'm speaking off my top of my mind. I would say the way Mike Burner came. Mike Burner came as a fresh, international. What can I call? He just had it. You know what I mean? If you look at his first single, just like boom, and you're like, hey, Zambia, this is fire. You understand? Thoughts of You. That was incredible. But I tell you something. The reason why it came out like that was because somebody pumped in so much money. And if you listen to him, you told about the background that they spent about $50,000 to shoot that video. And that's what it takes. Believe it or not, I'm one of those kind of people who has had opportunities, to get signed up by a Nigerian, label, where they signed me up, and I had to fly to Nairobi, Kenya, to go and shoot my video. And obviously, I've been saying this for a couple of times. I didn't expect to be shot by, one of the Africa's greatest, video producers, who is Clarence Peters. Clarence Peters is the guy behind the personal video, the videos, the Damiduros. Speak of any big artist, Tiwa Savage, name them. You know what I mean? I had an opportunity to be for the same person that has been shooting those videos. That's the person that shot two of my videos.
But with all those opportunities, seeking Muzukulu, what happened to your career? When you had everything going to your career, what happened?
What happened is the people.
What did the people do?
The people were slack behind. I was too ahead of my time. And
are we still playing the blame game right now?
Well, no, I'm not playing the blame game.
Because you're saying the people happened.
The people. The thing is that I live in a community where if to a greater extent, I can only be Zambian with the support of the Zambians.
So you feel like Zambians didn't support you?
Trust me. I feel like Zambians supported the wrong things as usual. Because, I mean, the indicators were right. Why would I accidentally just bump myself into getting signed up by an international, label? Okay, which doesn't happen even now. Speak of anybody that you're calling the most happening. Are they signed up to any label apart from themselves? No. I had the chance to get signed up. What did they see in me?
Let's have a conversation about something that we spoke about. The Zam president came through right here. Vincenzo came through as well. We had a conversation. We're talking about record labels and also the industry, pirates and other things right there. I want to get find out from you.
Yeah.
In your era,
Yeah.
you had Mondo Music.
Yes.
In your era as a record label.
Yes.
In
yes.
our era, we have the KMPs, the
Yeah.
Nexus. Nexus has
The
been there,
Kalandanya,
but
yes.
it's like the resurrection of Nexus again
Yes.
coming back.
Yeah.
I want to get find out from you.
Yeah.
Why have we had so many record labels in Zambia not working? Even in your era,
Yes.
Mondo Music never worked out.
They
It
did.
played a very big role
It did try.
in the industry.
Yes.
It did try,
Yes.
but never worked out until now.
Oh, yes. How can I put it? Everything we do is a business. A record label, to run a record label is a business. Okay? I'll give hats out to Chisha Folotia for Mondo Music, because Mondo Music did what was undoable. Okay? What am I saying? Is that Mondo Music had a professional standard of doing things. You understand? When they signed you, they had to live to their obligations, and they fulfilled what they had, what you had signed for. So Mondo Music used to do videos for artists when you are signed up that record label. But not only that, distribution and also promotion was done by Mondo Music. Mm-hmm. The times of Mondo, believe it or not, if Mondo was still around by now, would have been one of the biggest countries to make it out there. Because I remember in our time, Mondo Music would get music from Mondo Music, and our music used to play in UK. Our music used to play in America. You understand? And it was growing. And believe it or not, it was just the beginning of better things to do. I'm sure it was around this time other nations like Nigeria pushing their music into those places. You understand? But then piracy happened. And there was no deliberate policy that was put to protect the music totally. It was something that put to say, okay, guys, we're going to have a unit that will help protect the music, but the unit was too small and the pirates were too much. You understand? I remember taking a case to the same unit, and I was told there were only about 13 policemen that were put to overlook the whole piracy. So you can imagine 13 policemen. That causes some kind of easy access to corruption. It's easy to bribe someone who just comes, and there's just a few of them. Even if they came, the whole unit, 13 of them, and I'm making 2 million kwacha out of piracy. Guess what? I'll just say, guys, yeah, I'm wrong, and maybe, how about getting 1.5 and just sharing amongst 13 of you? It's easy to corrupt people like that. You understand? But I'm not saying that was the way and that was what happened. What I'm saying is piracy failed to be controlled around our era, because remember that we're coming from an era of CDs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? CDs, Mondo Music had the biggest network or distribution, network, where they were giving out, stands in ShopRite, I think in markets and what. They had Mondo stands where we would sell our CDs. But then people would get those CDs, go and pirate them, duplicate those numbers, and people didn't care. They would buy those duplicated CDs because the original CD was 50,000 kwacha. And the guy comes on the street and tells you, oh, I've got a CD for Black Moon 2 or whichever artist that was for 10 kwacha or 20 kwacha.
So Mondo stopped making money because of piracy.
Mondo stopped making money because of piracy, number one, which was like through piratas, but what killed Mondo is Supershine. Supershine came from Tanzania to come and make music affordable, because we used to buy music at 50 kwacha per CD. We used to sell CDs for 50 kwacha. But then the company, Supershine, came to Zambia and became, what can I call them? They wanted to do mass production, so they reduced the price. You would buy a CD for 7 kwacha from 50. Meaning that the guy that was ordering CDs, putting music, putting everything, packaging, and making it a 50 kwacha was more expensive. Okay, but then when Supershine came, they were making CDs, putting the music on the CD, and then package it and sell it for 7 kwacha. The idea was for every person to manage to buy. They thought piracy would be, curbed by making the price of a CD less. But then in the end, it killed the biggest label that we ever had, because Supershine was not really a label. It was just a business venture where they used to sell CDs, because initially Supershine's business was to make CDs, blank CDs. But then they saw an opportunity. Instead of selling blank CDs, they started signing people. You put your music on their blank CD, and then they sell. The deal that we got into with Supershine as artists was that for every 7 kwacha, you get back 1 kwacha. So you're selling your music for 1 kwacha in return. So Supershine would sell thousands and thousands of copies. But out of those thousands of copies, an artist will get back 1 kwacha from each CD. So 7 kwacha, 1 kwacha comes to you, 6 kwacha goes to Supershine.
Let me put you on spot right now. Which era would you prefer to, if you were to do a comparison in your era and this time, which one do you feel like was professional or still professional right now?
I think professionalism has to do with yourself. Yeah, professionalism has always been there, even from time immemorial. Even now, it's there, it's still there. So it just depends on your target market. Because at the end of the day, every product has its market. So professionalism can only be applied to your target market. Zambian target market, to be honest with you, they don't even care if your music is nicely branded or packaged. As long as the music is good, then they don't care. As long as the music is good, they're able to dance to the music, they're able to relate to the music, it's good. But with other target markets or rather markets, they'll look at packaging. How is it looking? How's the cover like? What does it tell? Is it attractive before they buy? So with Zambian music, even right now, what's happening is that, look, now we've moved into this new digital era where we're streaming music. So streaming music is also not happening as it's supposed to for the Zambians, in the sense that you can have 1 million views or 20 million views, but you ain't getting nothing out of that. You understand what I'm saying? YouTube, you don't get paid as a Zambian. For you to get your monies off YouTube, you need to subscribe, maybe open your YouTube account from maybe London or United States for you to have a monetized type of YouTube. So all those are just numbers that people flaunt and boast about, but there's nothing. There's no much revenue coming out from there. Look at Boomplay. Who can boast they've got 1 million out of Boomplay, or even 500, or even
Do you think Boomplay is legit?
It is legit, just to help you make you popular, but not that it's there to make you the money that you need to make.
I feel like YouTube Boomplay is not giving people money.
It's not giving nobody. I mean, we look at those numbers and we're like, oh, it's good for publicity. But the real money that artists ever get is through shows. Do not be cheated. All these, whatever it is that looks good from the outside, is not good from the inside.
So no artist in Zambia is making real money via streaming platforms.
You see what? That also depends. When you say real money, if I said there ain't nobody making that money, someone will say I'm being jealous, because the levels will differ. What you call real money may not be real money to me and to the industry at large. So someone, when they're in their own small circle, they think like they're making money. But then when you rise above that circle, you realize that I'm just faking it actually. I'm supposed to make more money than this. So I see a situation where people are more popular than their pockets. But it shouldn't work like that. You understand? You only come to realize later on that I was making music for free and people knew me for free. This is what happened to us. Most of my people in my generation made a lot of a big name for ourselves, but didn't make the money. We didn't make the actual money. But then when people looked at us, they assumed we made the money. You understand? And this is why you see people saying, there was a time this guy was big, man, but I don't know what happened to his life. Nothing happened to his life. He just did what he could. And the little money that he had couldn't make anything bigger than what he is.
Did you make money in your time? Did you make some money that you feel like you can even brag about and say, this is what I made off music?
I think a few of us made that money.
Did you?
I did.
Was it through shows?
I did through shows. Yes, mostly it was through shows. I remember, I think I'm one of the first artists to buy a big track out of music. A big track like a 10-ton track, FM7 Volvo, like, you know what I mean? I bought a track for myself because I was trying to make a full package of myself. Not that I bought it just for show off. I bought it for business, you understand? But I bought it cash, you know what I mean? I bought it so that I can make myself roadshows, because then I realized that I could make more money off roadshows. So I had to buy my own track. I bought myself music equipment, and I was a full package. So when they called me for a show, instead of hiring, I would come with everything that is for me. You understand?
Is the same money still feeding you right now, or maybe you have engaged in other businesses that are helping you sustain yourself?
Well, you cannot be for anybody that is making ends meet. You need to have multiple streams of making money. You understand? You need to try one or two things here and there. To be honest with you, if I just focused on just doing music, I wouldn't be looking the way I'm looking right now. It's dangerous because people want. It's more like there's fans feel they're entitled to making you big, and they're entitled to making you what they want to make you. That's how they feel. But then in return, I kind of feel like the same fans that speak too much don't even contribute nothing to our welfare, apart from those silly comments they pass, and they'll gang up on you and they'll say whatever they have to say. But if you look at it critically, break it down one by one, who has supported this person they're talking about? How much have you contributed, or what's the same person that you're talking about? You find that the only money they've spent on you is to buy bundles so that they can either criticize you or pull you down or bring you up. But how do they bring you up? They don't support you. So they're like a catalyst. The people that real support you may not even talk. But the catalyst is that, everything goes with the wind. When everybody says, oh, CQ is bad news. Oh, CQ is bad news. Oh, he is or he is. Oh, let's suppose start singing. So you see, CQ will be around, and then you start having shows because there's that wind. But that wind is not, or the money is not caused by the wind. It's the people now that start, CQ is being spoken about. I think he's been relevant and people would like to see him. I always have this argument to say, what is your criteria to pick artists whenever there's a big event, to say, I think let's pick CQ. For what reason? Why are you picking CQ? It's because perception has it that CQ, people like CQ, perception. But at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, every artist will still apply and can make the same effect if they're called to perform for a certain. There are good performers that have been left out on a number of these events. But perception has it. Maybe I'm a big fan of Rafkit, for instance. Every time in that committee, when I say, who can we pick? I'll be like, let's get Rafkit. I think Rafkit is a good performer based on myself, not because of the people or the community. No. And those that think CQ, people don't want to see CQ. It's someone's perception, opinion about me. So guess what? I could have it from the envious perspective, to say, let's find something new. You understand? Maybe namfunapo kagero, and I think a chairperson ever pangachata. I need to bring this guy down. And you may manage to bring 1 or 2 people down, but you may not succeed because I'm not an ordinary speech. You know what I mean? I believe that I have not engaged myself in any rituals. I'm just God-given, and this is what I am. Whatever you see here is just God's hand on me and His grace.
How many years in the industry now?
I've been here for 24 years.
24 years.
Yes.
And I was checking out your social media. You still describe yourself as an upcoming artist with a dream, trying to collaborate with Rick Rose.
Yeah. You see what? Sometimes the more you fight with people, the more, you end up, or they may end up making you feel frustrated. So instead, I tag along with what they want, but at the end of the day, I know who I am. You understand what I'm saying? Why am I telling you this? Look, I'm one of those artists that came from zero. When I say zero, it means the reason why I got into music in the first place was because my parents failed to pay for my college, for me to further my education. So I had to look for something to do. And I turned to music. With no money, no support, nobody can come and say, CQ, I paid 500 kwacha for you to push you to the studio. Nobody did that. But guess what? I believed in myself. I walked distances. I went to the studio. I had my own constraints at the studios, but I fought my way through to making it, even getting this little name that people may shoot down. They don't even know how I built this little name. They don't even know how this little name built itself to even get on a plane, to be called, invited to the United States, to perform in Europe and perform around the world. They don't know. So success is measured in many ways. Because I tell you that nobody supported me. Nobody contributed anything. But here I am. I'm able to talk about being the first Zambian artist to premiere or to have their video showcased on Trace Urban. Before Trace African, you know what I mean? Then it was Trace Urban. That's only because it was impossible. But I broke that. I broke that door. When you break the door, sometimes you break the door for people to emulate, to start going that direction. It's possible. Our owners done this, so it's possible we can do it. Do I always need to be the one in front because I broke the door? No. We are pioneering. I pioneered a lot in a lot of ways. Look at the quality of videos that I used to do from back in the days. Even when you look at them now, you'll be able to say, okay, it's not different, guys. You understand what I'm saying? But that was just elevating the levels of Zambian music. Am I supposed to still be the one to push my videos to be number? No. Sometimes you just break. You let other people see that it's possible, that it can be done. We going to perform abroad is something that was not possible, but we made it possible. We opened the door and make people realize that it's possible for people to go and perform.
Apart from talking about what you've done, or you're traveling, going to other countries right there as well, let's now find a solution. Where do you feel like we'll be lucky for a long time now? And for as long as we continue doing the same thing, we're still going to be expecting the same results.
I think there's a lot of pretense in the music industry. I'm speaking like this. I'm not supposed to bring it out to the public. All right?
Who's pretending?
Pretense is the artists that few are happening are not giving the proper indication of what the industry is like. And the worst part is they're trying to pretend to even people that are in the industry and have gone through it and even know the stage where we're at. Who wants to see Zambian music down? Honestly speaking. I think I'm one of those people who wants to see Zambian music thrive to levels that we never reached. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see that. I want to see it happening because it's a dream. You understand that we envisioned and we need to achieve it one day. The most thing that will make me proud, be honest with you, is to have a Zambian artist be nominated for a Grammy. Because that's where we were going. That was where I was directed.
Why do we measure success in Zambia winning a Grammy? It's another conversation.
Winning a Grammy has always been like the biggest recognition.
We are aware about that, but why do we measure that success?
Because that's the biggest level of success you can have.
What happens next if you win a Grammy?
you have more business, because a Grammy makes you even more international. You cannot win a Grammy and still charge the same amount of money that you were charging. If I was charging $100,000, if I win a Grammy, I can even go up to $1 million, $2 million.
In Zambia.
A Grammy is not for Zambia.
I'm just saying, yes, for other countries it's okay, it's possible. But in Zambia,
if I win a Grammy, I'm not even performing in Zambia. You won't see me perform in Zambia. I can only attend your shows as a guest. I'm not coming to perform. Look, when you win a Grammy, you attract real business people. The managers, the management. You find that even agencies come in. You cannot book me direct. You have to book me through an agency. That's what a Grammy does. That Tyler girl, the 17-year-old South African artist, is not on our level anymore. She cannot be booked direct, even through our managers. She has to go through an agency. Those are the people that will determine. And the rider may request that the minimum people need to buy maybe 50,000 capacity, sold out tickets before I come and make it validated, like a validated contract. So you and me will sign a contract. You pay me how much I want. I want maybe $100,000. We'll sign. But it can only be validated when you sell 50,000 tickets in advance.
Due to time, thank you. People are watching right now. We've had this conversation for 30 minutes plus now.
Wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
But to the public who are watching, and to those who misunderstand your opinions, or maybe anyone who perceive you in a different way, please talk to them right now.
Well, I will not say anything, but I can tell you that whatever you talk about me or whatever you say won't change nothing about who I am and what I eat. I'll still remain CQ, but those that call me finished, I feel nice. I kind of feel like they're trying to bring back, all right, or maybe wake up an old sleeping lion. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like a sleeping giant, and I'm like looking at what's happening. Not that I don't know what's happening. I know what's happening. But then people are just trying to bring me back. Like now people that didn't know me, they're like, who's the same guy? Who's the same guy? Through that, guess what? I'm getting numbers. And through everything that is posted, negative or positive, has people that will support me say, no, guys, why am I very jealous? And the other people say, it's true. This guy's work is whatever. There will always be that back and forth. Other people support you. But through that, they're making me bigger. So you're waking me up so that I come and show you. Keep on doing what you're doing. I'm coming.